So the 25th Bond film is called No Time to Die. Wow, what a truly original name. Doesn't sound like a cliched Bond movie title or anything, like Die Another Day or Tomorrow Never Dies. I guess tomorrow is no time to die another day. Anyway, the film looks like it's going to be a bit woke, shall we say. Hardly a surprise, given that almost every big Hollywood franchise has succumbed to the PC agenda at this point. This article is from Bounding into Comics. New James Bond film No Time to Die reportedly banned the phrase Bond girl from set. James Bond and 007 is going to venture where the super-secret British spy has never traversed before. The smooth-talking, suave James Bond appears to be embracing woke culture in the upcoming No Time to Die film. In fact, a new report details that the upcoming James Bond film No Time to Die banned the phrase Bond girls on the production set. The roguish, playboy, ladies' man James Bond is also expected to be domesticated in this film. He's reportedly going to be married to the character of Madeleine Swan, played by Lea Seydoux. Swan was Bond's love interest in the last James Bond film, Spectre. She's revealed to be the daughter of Bond villain Mr. White. However, Seydoux's Swan will refuse to take Bond's last name. Of course, because it's important to make a statement about fighting that patriarchy, right? And female independence and so forth. In fact, this is specifically addressed in the script, according to the Daily Mail. The morning after their wedding, Bond wakes up and says, "Good morning, Mrs. Bond." Lea Seydoux' Swan responds, "Don't you mean Mrs. Swan?" Also, previously it had been reported that Lashana Lynch was going to be the new 007. She was supposed to inherit Bond's old code name after his retirement. A source told the Daily Mail, "There is a pivotal scene at the start of the film where M says, 'Come in, 007,' and in walks Lashana, who is black, beautiful, and a woman. They added, 'It's a popcorn-dropping moment. Bond is still Bond, but he's been replaced as 007 by this stunning woman.'" Yeah, I'm sure someone would actually drop their popcorn out of complete shock at having a female 007. More like an eye-rolling moment. Anyway, this decision proved so unpopular with fans that it's been decided that James Bond will keep his 007 codename after all. Lynch is expected now to play a different 00 agent. Nevertheless, Lashana Lynch's character will apparently give fans a fresh perspective in No Time to Die. Lynch spoke with The Hollywood Reporter. "Everyone was really responsive to having her be what I wanted. You're given a fresh perspective on a brand new black woman in the Bond world." Lynch also wanted to make sure that the character was a real woman. "I didn't want someone who was slick. I wanted someone who was rough around the edges and who has a past and a history and has issues with her weight and maybe questions what's going on with her boyfriend." Yeah, let's not have someone slick, which is what you'd expect from a secret agent. Let's instead have someone with weight issues and who has relationship problems, because that's what everyone wants to see in a chick flick, right? I mean, a spy movie. Spy movie, yeah. And I don't think Bond fans, longtime Bond fans, are going to appreciate this. She even notes that they had discussions involving including her period in the film. "We had one conversation about her maybe being on her period in one scene, and maybe at the beginning of the scene, and I spoke to Carrie about this, throwing her tampon in the thing." Why? Just why? What? Seriously. No one wants to hear about periods any more than they want to hear about characters defecating. But if we're just going to start talking about gross human bodily functions in these movies, can Bond please talk about his constipation or how bad his shit smells after too many martinis? Look, in all seriousness, if you're going to have a female secret agent, can we not be constantly reminded that she's a woman and instead focus on the quality of her character and her story? Periods are not a character trait. Anyway, moving on. Bond girls banned. Not only will Swan not take on Bond's name, but a source told the Daily Mail that the term Bond girl was banned from the set. The phrase Bond girl was outlawed from the set. This was never a problem. For decades, Bond girl was a thing. Women loved Bond girls. Women wanted to be Bond girls. But now, apparently, in 2019, it's a problem. The women in this film are all strong, brave, and fiercely independent. Sounds like we're going to get a bunch of Mary Sues. Are they forgetting that the franchise actually has a long history of very strong female characters? These women are not helpless girls who jump into bed with Bond. Their reactions are very different from what people might think. Oh boy, it basically sounds like Charlie's Angels. Preachy feminist garbage. Bond tries his usual seduction techniques, but they fail miserably. It's very funny. Yes, because that's what we need, right? For the much-loved primary protagonist of an iconic and long-running multi-billion-dollar franchise to be humiliated for laughs in the name of modern progressive feminism. Anyway, who cares about the quality of the story, so long as Bond is now politically correct? I just can't wait. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.